If you have monotonous dreams, or you dream of something that you have already seen 100 times that has been imposed on you, this is a substitution of dreams, dreams stolen by mass culture. This is a total lack of freedom of thought. It was evening outside, but it wasn't quite dark yet. The weather was fine, there was a light breeze, and the sun was warm. I decided to take a walk in the suburbs, smoked a couple of cigarettes, listening to music on headphones. I walked along the sidewalks with a free, light gait. Two silhouettes of people could be seen far in front of me. I heard a banging somewhere in the distance. There's nothing strange about it. There are private houses around. The two silhouettes began to approach. I began to recognize familiar faces. It was my classmate Yulia, 20, tall with long hair, well-groomed, and always with a beautiful smile, and her younger sister Ekaterina, 19, who was an order of magnitude shorter than her, but in general an exact copy of her sister. They approached, and we all stopped. I asked them how they were doing, and they started talking. At that time, I thought that I had already walked very far from my house, and there were no houses around, but the pounding was not much louder than before. They chatted and chatted. It didn't get much darker on the street, where the sun was setting, as if a volcano from Khmar had erupted. Everything was orange. The sun is coming to rest. We have a couple of things to do. Could you keep an eye on our little brother? He's only a couple of years old. You can go for a walk with him in Kalyaska. Not for long. It is going to be night soon. We only here for 5 minutes, and you won't even notice. Okay. Where is he? My little sister is bringing him over now. I stood there waiting. Julia, who was older, has gone somewhere. And the younger one was supposed to be here now. In the distance, I saw a silhouette, sisters, and strollers. But the stroller didn't look like a baby carriage, more like a sledge harnessed to huskies, but with wheels. The silhouette was approaching. This big carriage was covered. She left it next to me, and disappeared in a second. I still don't understand how it happened. There was a 2-meter covered wagon next to me with wheels and a handle to carry it. The pounding sounds got louder and louder, but I didn't pay attention. I lift this bedspread in one motion, like magicians do when the tablecloth is torn from under the glasses with one movement. And horror freezes on my face. My breathing stopped. There is nothing to dish out. From what I saw, my legs gave out and I fell on my ass. There was a body lying on the bed, without arms or legs. The stomach and chest seemed to have changed places, one body and one head. The body is covered with fat folds. The skin was yellow, as if made of clay. A head with no eyes, no ears, and no nose. Just one mouth with a couple of teeth in it. He was smiling and laughing in a frenzy, saliva flying in different directions. My head was buzzing with fear and pounding. Come to me, boy. It told me. I walked over slowly, examined it again, and couldn't figure out how this was possible. An anomaly of nature or something big. I'll take you where you'll meet eternity. I wasn't worried much, but I was able to calm myself down, because this can't be happening. If you think about it, this is their brother, and as they told him for a couple of years. Maybe with an anomaly, but he couldn't know for sure. He started laughing very loudly. Boy, you see this path on the right that leads to an old abandoned house. Take me there. It said. I took the handle of his cart and started pushing myself forward. The creature was still laughing. It was very difficult for me to carry it. It weighed like a ton, but we came. There was an old house, completely made of wood. In the tree there were termites, maggots, beetles, worms, and various crap. Nature takes the house. There is a lot of trash scattered around the house, as if someone had cleared a landfill. Rats are running around in the dump, and crows are flying over them. "Come inside," said the creature. I walked unsteadily to the passage. There were no doors. They were lying inside, as if it had been knocked out and dragged into the center of the house. The remains of the walls were scattered around, mixed with debris. The pounding in my head turned to the sounds of teeth chattering, and I was sick of those nasty sounds of breaking enamel. I was standing in the aisle and thinking whether it was worth going in. This body was lying and laughing loudly. I wanted to run away. "The sun is almost down. Go inside and you will find eternity." I began to enter at a leisurely pace. I was ready for anything. I carefully avoided the clutter. There was a door in front of me. The door is brand new. It's not from this house, and the wooden handle needs to be unscrewed. I went to the door. The cracking of teeth and the hellish laughter of the creature drove me crazy. I turned the knob. He opened the door. A room with a fireplace and new windows. Through the windows came the remnants of sunlight. A fire was burning in the fireplace. In the middle of the room, there was a suspended body on a noose. The sound was coming from it. The dead body was convulsing in its jaw. When I got very close, it was already clacking not with teeth, but with gums. He is covered in blood from his mouth. And then I noticed that his skin was also yellow, and I began to notice facial features. I looked closer and froze in horror. My nose, my mouth, my cheekbones, my forehead. I stared at his face, and I couldn't breathe. When I turned away from him and went to the window, I noticed that the creature in the wheelchair had disappeared somewhere. It was not near the house, and it was nowhere to be seen. When I turned back to the body, I noticed the eyes were open. And when I walked from side to side, his gaze followed me. I began to feel weak. My strength was leaving me, and I was sleepy. I closed my eyes. I opened my eyes. I'm stuck in a loop. I have terrible pain in my teeth. I'm suffocating. I can't breathe.